What's up, and thank you for listening to the Steve and Jay Show. I am not Steve, but don't you worry your pretty little heads, because this guy sitting right over here, he happens to be Steve Frazier. I'm Jason Courier, and this is our Raw review show. Mm-hmm. It is July 21st, so it's the week of July. It's a Friday today. It's July 21st.
Yes. Correct.
And, we're just now recording it, so, anyway.
But there is a pay-per-view leading up.
There is a pay-per-view.
So.
It's not a Raw pay-per-view, though. It's a SmackDown pay-per-view.
So, but still, though.
But there was some fun stuff on Raw this week. A couple of little fun things. It wasn't the best Raw, but it had some fun stuff. I thought it was a pretty decent Raw. Lately, they haven't been the best, but
well, it was shocking enough. Yeah, at least to say. So
the big reveal was a shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought the rest of Raw was not too bad too. I thought the whole Dean started it off. He came out and started off with a promo calling out The Miz and his Miztourage and any other crew member that he wants to bring out. And Seth came out instead.
But they're still teasing that Shield possibility, and, on the rebuttal side, like Dean saying that it's never going to happen, but yet it still continues to be there. And you can only think to, is it going to happen?
And then Seth did the big thing this week and dropped the I'm sorry.
Exactly. And when have you ever heard him say I'm sorry?
Never. Yeah.
Never, ever.
Ever.
So that leads me to believe that there's some desperation that he's going to need him, meaning Dean, and meaning to have that Shield come together because, he's going to have this plan to where he's going to backstab him.
I'm sure they're going to. I guess. Maybe not, though. I think maybe what they might do is have Dean turn on Seth before they have Seth turn on Dean.
And then start that whole rival again type of thing.
Because Seth kind of organically became a babyface, and they just made him a babyface.
Well, he was pointed out by Vince to be the savior of the company.
Oh, really? So he's already been tabbed the guy.
That's why he was the golden one, and Triple H stand behind him.
Makes you think he went and got hurt.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then got pressed over, and then got butt hurt, and he says, "Oh no!" Like when Stephanie was saying, "Hey, you were part of this,
right? You were no now, It's a were thing,
were
not you are still thing,
yeah. How that shit runs with the power and everything. Yeah. But I mean, I think that was interesting. So it can only go a couple of ways.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they did their little thing. He turned his back to Dean and said, "Go ahead and hit me with the chair." He didn't. Miz and the Miztourage come out.
That's the thing.
They beat ass on, and then the crowd starts chanting for Roman. Where's Roman in all this?
Exactly. It's like slow your roll. It's going to happen.
Here the crowd is, though. They boo Roman constantly. And they're actually cheering for him. And he had got over like they've been wanting. And then they didn't send him out.
But wouldn't you think as the talent squad and the writer and all this that, hey, you know what? We've got their attention.
Well, and they think that Roman is better as a single.
He is.
I think he's better in tag team because he doesn't do much.
I think he's
and
better.
And you can team him up with somebody that does a little bit something else, and then he's not. So.
Doesn't mean that Shield. If he does do that, I'd rather see him in the Shield. Because, who else he would partner up with?
They've got way too much invested in him as a single to have him messing around with the Shield, though.
So, with the Miztourage.
The Miztourage.
I can't really pronounce it. So, what do you think is going to happen with that now? You got, oh, we believe.
Yeah,
and then Axel
they're having the handicap match next week now. It's
that's
Dean
setting up
and
something,
Seth versus the Miz and the Miztourage, which is probably setting up something else. Everything they're doing right now is all setting up for SummerSlam, right? I mean, don't you think?
I think it's going to set up for. You're right. I think it's going to set up for SummerSlam, but I think that cards going to be dealt and it's going to be shocking, I think, this time around. Things are going to be shifted.
You mean as far as, like, just, what do you mean by that? As far as superstars coming out, like different guys, or like guys winning?
Superstars coming out and
guys.
You know how thinking that Raw was going the way that it was going. Obviously, it wasn't going that great.
It wasn't working too well.
So there's going to be changes. So that's what I'm alluding to with is there's going to be changes with that. Apparently, The Rock's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, really?
So
wow.
I'm just saying, and
like
Cena's done
doing the part-timer thing.
Well, no, just
or just come out and make an appearance.
Well, the Cena case, his situation. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he wants like a 2-3 year deal and then be done.
Oh, really?
See you later.
So 2 or 3 years, and that's all they got left with him.
Right. And so with Tamina, Usos. My phone's ringing.
Yes, it is.
We just got that live. Linda, I'll call you back. Anyway, I think they have. I think they have something up their sleeve. I really do. Mm-hmm. They would not allow this information to flow through for everybody to have possibilities and think of this and that. And not like knowing.
Well, and they did that whole superstar shakeup thing, and that didn't really spark anybody's attention. It didn't do anything. Actually, it made it worse because ratings went down after that, didn't they?
Well, look what happened to Bray. Where'd he go?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. Well, he made an appearance on Monday Night Raw. He's got his little.
So the Alexa
Bliss and Bayley. Bayley went out and pinned Alexa Bliss again, 2 weeks in a row. Bayley went from they don't know what to do with her, and she looks like to the point where she's gonna get pushed down to a mid-carder type. To now she's pinned the champ 2 weeks in a row.
I see what you're saying, like mid-carder, like the intro to the big match.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You got to beat me to get there.
Yeah, like you got to go through Bayley to, you know.
Right. Yeah, I got you. I got
like
you.
The men's division.
That is interesting.
They have kind of their little mid-card group.
Kind of makes you think there's going to be a movement. And I really do hope with the 205 and the women's division. I mean, look at the big old
They got to do something with 205 because it's not working. And I hope they don't just scrap it because.
How big of a fan are you of the Flippy Dippies?
I like the Flippies and Dippies, yeah.
Well, that's the division that should have the Flippy goddamn Vippies.
Yeah, they should.
And they don't.
No, you're right. I know.
I hope you're right on that.
It's just so clunky, too. We've said this before, that it's just weird the way they go from. It's a Monday Night Raw product, but it's on Tuesday nights after SmackDown on the network only.
So, speaking of which, in that division, there was a tag match, and we didn't get to see it.
No, we didn't because somebody fast-forwarded through it.
Are you pointing at me?
No, I was pointing at myself. I don't care for the tag team matches that are the thrown together cruiserweight tag team.
So do you think that our boy Enzo, he gonna team up with the Big Show?
I don't know if he's gonna team up with him or just kind of use him to beat on Cass a little bit.
Why not have a mixed tag? Enzo can have any choosing that he wants, and it's gonna be Zoe, I mean not Enzo, but Big Cass can have any choosing that he wants, and it'd be Zoe and Big Show versus Big Cass and whoever that he picks.
But
that
why
would be a pay-per-view thing, wouldn't it?
If you're WWE though, why would you break the two of them up and then put him back in another tag team though?
Because that's what they do.
They'll probably do some kind of handicap match
exactly
or something.
What they do.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Their storyline's pretty opposite in my mind.
They just love breaking up tag teams.
Unfortunately, they shone upon popularity.
Well, and it worked like magic when they broke up the Rockers with Shawn Michaels throwing.
Oh shit! I was about to say,
through the window.
Well, that's classic.
Shawn blew up to be one of the greatest ever.
That's classic WWF right there. Fuck yeah.
That was
Shawn Michaels, man. Whew. And then DX was dope.
Yeah, think of what
Road Dogg,
happened with his career
Just
after that
James.
and how it took off. And
China, X-Pac. Like, that was dope.
so I'm not saying that they're constantly chasing that, but it worked really well that one time.
True.
And it's worked well other times. I mean, they've got some good superstars that were one-time tag team partners.
So what's this big little rival they're trying to like preach up with the Vin and
the
Samson?
Finn Balor, and I think it's
Yeah.
starting to come to a close here because Bray's starting to get chippy with Finn. So
Kind of lost your seat. Kind of lost your number.
well, I just think they've played it out. They've fought a few times now, and I think they'll probably go at it one more time.
yeah,
I
but
would
nothing
imagine.
was really gained out of it.
Out of their little rivalry.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
so
it was
you're doing the same.
it's kind of
shit.
like
The whole things that they do with this is like it's kind of funny how they do little twists and turns, how they, regenerate old stuff to make the new stuff like kind of be down here, and then they just all of a sudden this rival is crazy. I think that might be the new rival, to where that people are going to be so interested.
Finn and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's got.
because I think Finn's going to
Big
go back
potential.
to his old school face painting.
Yeah,
and
see
his
if he
whole
does Demon Finn Balor.
There you go,
then,
Demon.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're alluding to. I think that's where they're going to. And it makes sense, and it's cool.
And he's broke it out, one time before he got hurt? And
Well, he did it that one time where he won the
when he
NXT
won the title.
to where
and he won when he won the Universal, too, right?
Well, yeah, but that's when he
So, I mean,
did the whole thing, and he did a tribute. Remember how they do it at NXT, where it's like, hey, goodbye, win or lose. Thank you for doing your time here. You know what I mean? So it was like you knew it was his last match.
Right, yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
Right?
They do that a lot at
They
NXT.
do that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Where they openly.
But at the same time, I think that pays respect that, hey, you know what? Yeah, you're cool in the character at this point, but you're being real. You're being appreciative. So, I mean, but Samson, what is up
Well,
with
yeah,
that
what I was
guy?
saying before got accidentally pressed was that
Did you say impressed?
no, was that they didn't know what to do with Finn or Samson, so they just kind of put them together, and then they came up with this Bray Wyatt feud, and I actually like that one. I think that's going to be a good little.
I think it goes down to character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he's got the weakest finishing move, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I know you don't care for his.
yeah,
I don't really.
I'm not a fan of that.
He does so much cool stuff, and that's what he
And
does
that's
for his finisher.
exactly. That's what makes me so disappointed, and I'm
You could
very
come up
vocal
with something
about
better
it.
than that.
Yeah, you're supposed to be this guy. Like,
And I would
come
think
on.
long term for him, that can't be good on your knees to do that. Jumping off the ropes like that onto someone's chest like that. It's
Well, you got to even think about the younger dudes that are trying to make a name of themselves. How are they going to embrace that? How do you cushion a blow like that?
That's what I mean. Like,
You know what I mean?
I would think it would be kind of a dangerous thing for him to do long term. But
Yeah, it's just crazy. So, the funny thing is, though, with the Kurt Angle thing.
Kurt Angle, yeah. So the Bray Wyatt did his little promo thing and talked about how he's going to do this and that to Finn Balor, and then it was finally time for Kurt Angle to make his big announcement.
Well, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, like, what did you think when we both saw it live? What do you?
I think it's very funny that we had heard the rumors leading up to it. We had talked about the rumors leading up to it, and you had said that that's what they were doing, was that they were doing the illegitimate kid thing, and it was going to be somebody that was either in WWE or NXT. Like, it was somebody that was.
Now,
like,
do you say
that was
Claremont
early
College? Did he say Claremont College?
I don't remember, honestly.
I thought he was a 3-year letterman.
Yeah, somewhere he was. Yeah, I don't remember where or what. I can't remember what I was saying now.
My bad. We're talking about Angle doing his thing.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Thanks for cutting me off.
Hey, I wasn't cutting you off. I was just telling a little something out there.
Oh, we had heard the rumors about it being a superstar, and this was early. This was weeks ago, And then we had heard that maybe it was going to be what's Jason Jordan's tag team partner?
Cable.
Gable.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Yeah, Chad Gable. And what did I say? I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense because he looks like him, and he kind of does. So I thought maybe it was even legit, like it was really like it was his real kid.
No, you remember when I was saying, "Hey, who's that black girl that's like slapping in the face? Is that baby mama there?"
That's right, because we afterwards we watched
I was like,
that's funny.
That's got to be baby
Could it
mama.
be?
Then.
Yeah, could that be? But it turns out that he's not actually.
Apparently, it's all bullshit.
Which I feel silly because afterwards we're looking at him at that interview
Dude,
thing.
so
Going, oh my God! Look,
look at this
he's
forehead.
like, if you look at his forehead and his eyes, and he's got. If you just look at here, like, oh my God, it is his kid. Wow.
My biggest thing of all that was the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, the biggest thing on Monday. Yeah.
Oh man, and you know how big of a fan I am.
I know.
You know how I
know.
It,
it's like they came out in a flurry and won the title, and after they've lost it, they haven't won anything else.
Well, it's almost like the Enzo and Cass thing. Who gets their ass beat all the time?
Yeah, I know.
Our favorite guys, though.
Send them out there.
Yeah, like, fuck, man. Oops, sorry.
So, Hardy Boys versus the Revival. So, apparently they're trying to get the Revival off and use the Hardy Boys to do it.
Unfortunately, I was going to say, I see the Revival winning this because of the route they're going. And they're going to use that to break them up and do that delete, and Brother Nero and all that bullshit.
The crowd was doing the Brother Nero chant, and Jeff Hardy was kind of egging him on a little bit. And it was...
Well, he did an interview with his contact.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting, supposedly they're getting closer to getting it back.
It's going to happen.
Getting the legal rights to it.
It's going to happen.
Because it is his character. It's all their characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
It's like a marriage.
I would think that eventually.
What's mine that I brought in is mine, not what we accumulated.
And
right.
Apparently, the whole rumor is that they had agreed to some lump sum that they were going to pay. And then
to be able to get that registered
to
and get the rights to it.
And then apparently at the very last minute they said, okay, and we want a certain percentage of, I think it was like 50% of.
Gotcha. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. They're legendary, man.
Yeah, of course they're going to want to try to, because once they bring that to WWE, then it's going to bump up the sales, of course. I mean, WWE is a machine with that kind of stuff. So the night ended with the number one contender match between Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
To face Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is to face Brock Lesnar. Hopefully get that title off of him.
Jesus Christ. Please.
So that we could see it every now and then. But anyway, so Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
What do you think?
Done went at it.
What do you think?
Like if they would have actually had a winner between the two, who would I have rather have seen?
That too. We can go there.
Or what do I think of the whole bringing Braun out thing?
Well, knowing what we know now, who won? What do you think?
Nobody
now?
won.
I know. I'm just
that was
saying.
The thing. Like,
I'm just saying.
And it seems like they're setting something up as far as all those guys fighting each other.
They're setting up Samoa
all three
Joe.
of those guys fighting each other. All
I'm telling you,
something.
They're setting up Samoa Joe.
All four or something.
I'm telling you, they're setting him up. He didn't join.
I hope
for no
so.
reason.
I hope so, because he's entertaining. He's good at what he does. I like him. I like him a whole lot better than Brock Lesnar. He's on the show every week. I get to see him.
And like I said, I have a feeler that The Rock's coming back.
Yeah,
so.
That'd be cool.
They're trying to do something.
Like maybe they've changed their mind on the whole Roman Reigns thing, and
what would be a better match between The Rock and Roman Reigns. Cousins.
Yeah. That would be pretty sweet.
Apparently, Cena's leaving, and he's going to do his trilogy, and he's going to do acting, and he's done.
He's over.
He married. He's done. Been with this business for a long time. And so to diminish the fucking, like the little limelight, the sorrows and everything of, Cena leaving, that's where The Rock comes in.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't bite in the first thing that I read. I know it's all bullshit and it's all,
There's a lot out there that's
it's all
that type stuff. Like, Rock's coming back.
Yeah.
Or John Cena failed a drug test. LeBron failed a drug test. And you click on it and it's just some ad for
subscribe to our page.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
What? I thought I was watching titties right now.
What is this?
I was supposed to see fucking some
get
Kardashian sister with a see-through top. And you got me with a credit survey.
What is this? How'd you even connect those two? Like what?
As much as I want to click on that, yes, I hit the X. Nope.
I can't do it.
Now I know what to look up on the web.
I just can't do
I don't gotta ask the survey some shit. But anyway,
but you might win an Xbox.
What's that?
I said, but you might win an Xbox.
Yeah, no shit. Or Amazon $1,000 credit.
Yeah, there you go. That's another good one.
Like, Jesus. Mm-hmm. So with this wrestling that's going on, we have Sunday, this pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it's not a Raw event.
I know, it's not a Raw pay-per event. We just had a Raw one, right?
Yeah.
But last week, so they go 2 weeks in between.
Man, I know, it's so hard to keep up. They come so... It's every 2 weeks now. There's a pay-per-view. And... It's kind of watered it down. They've become kind of...
But wouldn't you think that there would be, like, more intricate? There you go. There you go. Matches, rather, because Homeboy just crashed his fucking helicopter in the water.
Oh, you mean Shane O'Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's... Yeah.
I hope you reevaluate your life and knowing which way SmackDown is going and live it, love it, prove it, do it, and show it. Let's fucking do this shit. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Why are you holding back, Shane O'Mac?
Yeah, you've been holding back. You almost fucking died. Come on, bro.
I don't know what that has to do with Monday Night Raw, but... There you go, folks. That's Steve's opinion.
I don't give a shit. It's McMahon. It's McMahon. It's a goddamn McMahon. Anyway. Come on. Let's get the Attitude Era. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's wreak havoc.
Wreak a little havoc.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to talk about some SmackDown now. So we're going to flip over and we're going to talk about some SmackDown. But we appreciate you guys listening tonight. If you could please hit the subscribe button below. Don't forget to hit the...
Please do.
The bell next to it if you'd like to be notified.
Enzo even said do it.
He did. He said hit subscribe. Yeah. If you want to be notified of any new content, hit that bell. You can follow us on Twitter at Steve and Jay Show. You can send us an email, thesteveandjayshow@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook as well. Just search Steve and Jay Show, and we'll pop up there as well. So
you'll see two sexy faces, so you'll know it's Steve and Jay Show. Trust me.
I think they actually got to click on the page to see the sexy face, but
you gotta
do it anyway.
Why you gotta ruin it?
Do it anyway.
You'll see two sexy
Thank
faces.
You.
Trust me.
Okay.
Don't click on shit. You'll see it, and then you click on shit.
Thank you guys for listening. Good night.